Hi, this is Crazy Kurt, service manager slash janitor, Ymarina, 1307 Newmark. Hey, we're going to show you today Mr. Parker's 24 Edge. He owns a winery down in California. He knows the best grapes. He also knows the best boat. This is a 24-foot Edge Marine offshore. One of a kind. Look how deep and broad that bow is, right up underneath here. You got large reverse strakes inset here. You got a nice little reverse here, sheds water off. And the idea of this big bow is to give you a ride and actually keep the water off of that window. He's got the XHD18 Garmin radar, top of the line, beautiful radar. All colored, guard zone, sentry tracking. Then the bottom of this is 1/4 inch. A lot of boats nowadays, they maybe do the 1/4 inch, but they won't do the 160 sides. They'll do 190. These are 160 sides, but it's 1/4 inch on the bottom, 1/4 inch transom right here, 3/4 inch on the deck plate. Look at these tubes. I mean, that's beefy. He doesn't do anything cheap. Then on your little kicker motor, you got power trim here to get the motor up out of the water. That's that little 9.9 high thrust. Will push this boat between 5 and 7 miles an hour. Okay. Then on the back of the boat, we've actually got, this is probably a 9.4 inch beam on the side. We're looking at an 8-foot bottom. That's like the big boys in the pilot house boats. They start running 8-foot bottoms. But what makes this one different, this is a variable degree hole. It runs 20 degrees right here under the back. Then it goes to 60 degrees midship right here underneath the driver's seat where you need it, and then 65 in the bow. Nobody has that degree V. Now this is a custom trailer, nice chrome wheels. Everything's welded. This is a V block that helps guide. You cannot, an amateur could load this boat up by himself. Very easy. A boat gets up, V will get stuck into the keel, get stuck into that V, center up to the roller. You get out the front, you lean over, or you can use this step, clip, go back into the boat, jump on the dock, pull it up, put your tie downs, you're home free. This also comes with the Fulton jack, which is really nice. It's got wheel locks, double wheels. It's got a keeper to keep your handle up so you don't have to bungee that. This has got a 2-speed Fulton. This is all like powder coated. You don't have the rust problem you do off of the regular little cheapies, steel galvanized. You got the nice yellow roller instead of the black that leaves marked. These last a lot longer. And then when you do want to get off, you could just jump from there, go to here, down here, boom, get in your truck, take off. Now I normally do is I'll unplug the lights like this. Even though these are seal beam lights on this boat, hello there, I unplug it just in case there was a pinhole. Yeah, look at all this stuff in here. Wow, what a pack rat, huh? Anyway, hey, it looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Look at that. Wow, I should have one of these. Anyway, two-tone white, got kind of like a black charcoal top. Really looks nice. You got large drains right here. You shouldn't really even get any water in that bow, just so you know, and if you do, it's going to drain real quick, and it isn't that deep. It's only this deep, so it doesn't retain a lot of water. Then he's got his Garmin XM Sirius weather and radio puck here that hooks up to NEMA 2000 onto his main display, which I'll show you later. Welded on cleats, LED nav lights, welded on downriggers, brackets, and everything on the walkway. Look how wide this is. You don't have anything to step. If you do have to walk up front, this is nice and wide, easy to step on. This has got an integrated wakeboard tower with a radar arch that's bolted on. If you see over there, that's part of the boat, that radar arch. So if you take this top off, this looks pretty dang sporty, like a tournament boat. Put in nice large grab handles up there if you want to stand up. This curtain takes off if you want to take it off, or you roll up to center. Side curtains come off. You got like 6 different options how to lay this top out. But what that integrated radar arch does is help support the sides, no flex, Plus, look at the size of that. It's not that cheap little aluminum window or bracing tubes for the regular tops, that if you tow the top, it gets, you know, your top could go whing, could fly off the boat. This is a towable top. Right up there's your 6 rocket launchers up on top. You got your, that's bolt on. I could take that whole assembly off if I wanted to. Your radar pad with your radar up on top. Ski, like wakeboarding, ski tow up on top. LED deck light. Crab davit built in, removable. The block's in the glove box. Then got your anchor light, of course. Back in here, there's a pole that goes up into here. They call it a tow pole. You can use it for skiing. What he's going to do is he's going to actually add on, like for tuna hand lines and maybe a couple pole holders on top of that. So when he's out tuna fishing, he can use reels or hand lines off the back and just remove it if he doesn't want it there. And this is 5086 alloy throughout the boat. Everybody else is running 5052 or lower. This is 6036, the highest grade you can get. Now we're going to power this up here with a 250 DEC. That's a digital electronic control. They really streamline those now. Gives you more positive shift, saves on fuel. This motor here really will get pretty good fuel economy because of the hole. Now back to the hole in the back, there's like 6-7 different things this boat has that no other boat has. Your water line is right about here to this strake, which you'll see. Everybody else's is running up about here. Okay, less water draft, takes less to pop it up, better fuel economy. Okay, right up here, we got our transducer brackets welded on. There's a P66 with the speed wheel. Back in here, you've got what I call, high-speed delta. It's acting like a trim tab. Okay, then it comes up with a reverse straight there. Over here, a big 6-inch reverse here. This boat does not need trim tabs from a 21 to a 26. Doesn't need them. This here's a reverse chine off of the offshore pad. That's for high speed, so you don't lose no water flow to your prop. Okay, that's like when you turn, it doesn't cavitate, blow out. And up underneath here's the delta. This goes in kind of a V as it goes up, so that's why this boat will plane in 2 to 3 seconds. Really quick, save on fuel again. The back part is the delta, comes up and then it V's like this. It's got a boarding ladder. Got the new style for the hydraulic lines wrapped, very neat. You don't have them laying all over the place. Everything's wire loomed in. This is your rigging tube coming out of your boat, real sanitary, instead of having a rubber boot back here that's going to go bad on you every 2 years. Grab handle here, bilge pumps. This is pretty cool. You got your VHF. The antenna is very important. Okay, you can have the best radio out there. You can spend $800 on a radio, but if you got a bad antenna, like a 5206 or lower, it wouldn't matter if you had an $800 radio, you ain't going to read out. You'll transmit, but they can't receive you. So we go to the 5225XT Shakespeare with the stainless steel ratchet, so you never have to worry about them busting. We also put an antenna clip on it here. Dual wipers, dual bilge pumps, dual batteries. I mean, this boat's loaded, and this is standard. It's kind of like the Mercedes-Benz of boats. This here's a Shakespeare Speako horn that receives and transmit. It's really pretty neat little feature. That actually, you can hear birds, water, boats coming when it's foggy. You normally can't hear. You can hear them. You can also speak out, and it also has a hailer horn. So for fog, you put it on stopped, underway, sailing, so on, and it'll put out your fog blasts. Pretty neat thing. They're really coming on strong now. So anyway, now I'm going to kind of show you how I do things when I put in a boat by myself. Beautiful day here, a little foggy. I always undo the lights first, like I told you earlier. Okay, then I reach in here. Now you got to be careful with this boat because this has got slick bumps. You can see them underneath here, the Tilex. We reversed them so the holes are on the top side. So when this boat goes into the water, water gets up there, acts as an air hockey table basically. You can actually get up and just push this boat off the trailer so you don't have to have it in the water as deep. So I undo the safety chain. I always make sure I undo the lights just in case I do have a, I don't know, breaking one of them tail lights back there. all these newer rigs, they got relays and they got fuses in your truck. So if it blows the fuse out of this, it'll blow the fuse out of your rig, which then, you know, you don't want to do it. Size does matter. Okay, then I always keep my bumpers right here in the back of my truck. First thing I do is I get the rope. This is my moorage rope. Now I can put my hat back on. I don't know how good this filming quality is, but this is what that new camera we sell down there at Ymarina, and we're gonna start giving them away actually. Like we're gonna pick a boat of the month. If you buy that boat, you're gonna get it free, like a GoPro, but we call them Nexus Underwaters. And this is welded on cleats. You pull that on there like that. I use one rope, just like this. Tie it off here. Okay, now what you do is you get your bumpers, and you know, nobody's here today, so I'm not too worried. I'm down here just taking my time. But you should do all this stuff up at the ramp before you back down here. Always get your stuff, coffee cup, lunch, poles, any gear that you need, and get it in the boat before you leave the house, and maybe fire up the motors. The reason is that way you know you have the keys, you know you can check your fuel, you know the motor starts. Instead of maybe driving 3-4 hours, get down there, find out you left your damn keys at home, or you left them in the other truck, or your batteries were dead for some reason, or you had no fuel. Kind of ruins your day. I always trim this up to get it high out of the water. That's why you want the right shaft length. You don't want to drag that motor when you're taking off or underway. So now that we got this set up, I undo the tie downs. Okay, when I'm doing that, I make sure this is a kickstand for this, and this is the kickstand right here. I recommend the Ram Saver. I don't recommend these. I trim the motor down just a hair. Now, this drain plug out here, that's for the fish box in the floor. I recommend putting the plug in on the inside, not the outside. The reason is for that, if I want to fill that thing up, I just take the plug out and it'll fill that box when I want to drain. I use it for a bleeding station for tuna. I pull the plug, get up and away, and it drains out. It drains a little slow, but it does do the job. Then I take this rope and I string it up here. Okay, I put the tie downs in my truck. Hopefully nobody will steal them. Now they know that, hey, this guy leaves his tie downs in there. I'm gonna take them suckers when he's on the water. Okay, today, while I'm down here, I set up most of the electronics back at the shop, but I gotta calibrate the autopilot. That could either go easy or it could take me a few hours. So then what I do is I get in the rig, find my keys, turn her on, back up. Now this is by myself now. Now you don't have to get these things in the water very deep. You'll see I'll just get the ass end in. And oh, by the way, the drain plug. And again, you don't want to get these too deep, because if not, they'll slide right off, which is a good thing. Okay, see, I just got the back end into the water. Then I want to get this rope. I want to put it over here and tie it off right like this. That way, if it gets out of control on me, I still have the boat, ain't floating over there. And it doesn't hurt to tie your shoe once in a while. You don't want to trip and fall in that bay water. It's kind of cold, you know. Now here you got to be kind of careful. You pull up, lift up on that. Now see how this boat's moving? You got to go slow. because then you can't get your, okay, there. Now see how that's almost sliding off? Go like this. If I did this right, all I have to do is wrap this. See how that's coming off? Nice and easy. And this is a big boat. This is a 24-footer. Look at that. So it's easily to do by yourself. And then with one rope, you can actually control it. See how I did that? The back end or front end gets out of the way. You can pull on this one, wrap it up here. Just like that. Then you can take this one, which if you had a longer rope, you wouldn't have to worry about this. Then you take this one, go like this, then you pull this, just go like this, wrap it over. Now see the water line I was telling you about? Look at that. In this boat, the more weight you put on it, the better. Now I'm going to park my truck and we're going to go have fun. Water's changed this from leftover hydraulic fluid.